Hello C1000 students! In this video, I'm going to briefly go over our Canvas and syllabus. So let's check it out. First we go to our Canvas page, which is this one. I want you to come to here where it says start here, click here, which says C1000 online. That is our syllabus, and we're going to look at that together. I happen to have it ready. So the first page is just our logistical info. So of course, my email, official office hours. If you do want to meet, please let me know so I can expect you. And this is how our school defines our course. You can check that out. But here is my intro that I wrote for us. It says, "Welcome to English C1000. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of readers and writers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a composition class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Moreover, we'll explore varied aspects that contribute to the human experience. This will include things such as culture, language, politics, and relevantly our relationship with science and technology. We'll consider how the work of writing and more broadly speaking, composition impel these things forward. Our adventure awaits us." First bit of news is that our text is actually free. I'm going to offer everything through Canvas, though we do have this free educational resource, which I want to show you. Here is the link for that. And even though I'm going to do my best to cover everything we need to know for this course, but let's say you still had questions on something like pre-writing, let's say. This is here to help. So it's a free resource that you can check out throughout the term. Though I'm going to do my best to cover everything we need to know for this class. So that's the first bit of news, is that there's no text that you have to buy, because I'm going to offer everything. So hooray! Good news. Do make sure to get yourself some way to annotate our readings. So whether that is a tablet with a stylus or some highlighters so that you can annotate our readings as you print them out. Obviously, you need online access and access to Canvas because this is our online class, right? Speaking of which, netiquette is at the core of that, net etiquette. And our key phrase is to remember the human. So know that beyond that name, that picture that you see, there's a real life person. Your classmate is real, I'm real, be respectful. And it's completely normal, if sometimes you don't disagree with a student. That doesn't give license to directly attack the person, and that won't be allowed. Also be respectful as you address me, run a spell check for email, and be respectful to all your other teachers. Remember the human. That is our key phrase for netiquette. Please don't hesitate if you have any questions or concern. The way it's going to work, I'm going to publish our module every Sunday, and that's going to cover the lessons, the assignments, everything you need to know for the week. So do watch for that. There's going to be opportunities for you to interact with one another through regular and substantive interaction throughout our term. So you can expect that. You'll have opportunities to interact with one another as well. We do have a cafe lounge. This is a Q&A forum where you can post any questions. Of course, you can always address me directly. If you send a message over the weekend, please allow at least till Monday for a response, because it's the weekend, y'all. So sometimes we'll have little quizzes for a reading. It'll be low stakes, but just to keep you on your toes. Everything will be integrated into our module. So I'm going to publish one module at a time, typically on Sundays. Just make sure to follow that and you'll be good. You can't make up an entire module. It's your job to complete it on time. However, we do have a late homework pass and a late essay pass. Let me go ahead and pull that up. I want to show you. Here we go. So a late homework pass applies to everything that does not happen in real time. So what happens in real time? Like a discussion board, a peer review workshop, those happen in real time. Those can't be turned in late because there's a set time it starts, set time it ends. But you can use your late homework pass for everything like a handout or a write-up, something like that. We do have a late essay pass. You can use that for our first 2 essays, not after the last one because that's due at the very end. So you could submit for the late essay pass up to 2 days late. For the late homework pass up to 1 day late, there's no deduction. Beyond that, for every day late for the essays is 10% deduction. So that is that one. Just let me know and you can submit those as attachments if you do wish to use that. So when we have discussion boards, make sure to respond to it in at least a hearty paragraph. Also, choose a classmate to, at least one classmate to reply to in order to get full credit. So we will have 3 major essays for our class. They will all be supported by the writing process. They'll be scaffolded. If you are logging in and doing your work, then you're participating and in attendance. If you don't log in any work during the first week, then I will drop you because that's considered a no-show. So make sure it's important that you log in, do your work, do the work for the first module. It's very important, or else I will drop you. Make sure that your submissions are in docx, or PDF. If you're using Google Docs, make sure to convert it to one of these and make sure that the file goes through successfully. You can revise your first 2 essays. You can turn it up to a week late. Let's say you wanted to improve a grade. You met with our tutor, who is Bismarck, by the way, or you've met with me about what you need to improve, and you can submit that to me after a week after you've received it graded. So, academic honesty. This class is big on giving credit where credit is due. Make sure to cite your sources. And for AI, I know there are contingencies. So if it shows if the AI reporter shows an AI score of 50, okay, then I let it go. But if it shows 90% and up, then I'll consider that as cheating. That's an immediate 0, and that can be reported to Office of Student Affairs. So do your work. Our embedded tutor is Bismarck. He's going to have a section on our Canvas page, and I'll show you where he can reach out. He will reach out to you. Now, if you work with Bismarck or anywhere else at the Writing Center, at any stage of the writing process for our essays, that's 10 points extra credit. They'll give you a little slip, and you can just send that to me. Our Writing Center is in ED 113. It's very wise that you work with the Writing Center. And heck, it's extra credit too for the essays. If you need to speak to someone, or counselor, Student Services, room 147. If you need to get the SPS accommodations, please get those taken care of as soon as possible. By law, please know that I'm a mandated reporter, so any signs of abuse or anything like that, I have to report. Citrus is a safe space from sexual misconduct. If you have any housing or food insecurity, please reach out to our basic needs coordinator. And we do have a Dream Resource Center that's in the Campus Center, room 127. They'll help you with things relating to immigration or DACA. We do have a tech support, which is the 2nd floor of the library. This is an online class, so they are invaluable. If you have trouble with Canvas or your email, or you could even take your laptop and they'll help you out. This is to get an idea of some of the points in our class. And typically our calendar, I'll say if I'm assigning anything major or if anything major is due, there will be a little reminder. And let's take a look at our Canvas page. So let's move this to the side. So here's my welcome letter, which you should have received, that has preliminary information that you need. This is my communication plan. Please know you can reach out to me through Canvas inbox, through email, or of course our cafe lounge, which is our Q&A forum. But it's best to just reach out to me directly. Here's a link to our OER. Remember I told you about that website that has those different guides for things in our class? Here's a link to our Writing Center. Team building. This will be ongoing throughout the semester. It's not for points. It's just an opportunity for us to build community. And if you want to share a picture of your pet or an awesome hike that you just did, this is here. Let me show you how to do that. So I want to show you my favorite cat, for example. Let's say this cat. It's a British short hair. So we get the picture. We go to reply, and you can just drag it in. And then you could say, well, that's what I'm saying. Meow, I'm your class cat. Give me a name. And then make a little kitty cat. Boom. All right. So you give our class cat a name here. If you want to do a video, let me show you how that one works. So let's say I want to post the Dodgers. I don't know how this last game went, but if I want to post these highlights, you go to share. You don't want this link because this is the link for the video. You want the embed code. So copy this embed code, all of it. Once you have that, then you go to reply, you go to insert, you go to embed, you paste the embed code, and voila, bada bing, bada boom, we got ourselves our video. Okay, so what else? Oh, like I said, every Sunday, every week, I'm going to release the module. So the work will be there for the week. It's very important that you get this week done, especially because I drop those who don't, because those would be no-shows. Always check for announcements. Make sure to turn on your notifications to know whenever there are announcements. And here's a section for our embedded tutor Bismarck. Be able to reach out to you. You can always check your grade here. And voila, c'est fini. That is our Canvas page. Welcome to the class, y'all.